let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Sports professor, you know.
Street professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professor spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion.
I need my hands. It's like this one.
Let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, Street Professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street!
Stop. Go hard, but go home. Go hard, but go home. Go hard. Go home, go hard, but go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even roll my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Go hard. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back.
Yeah! Let's go!
What
Let's go!
What up? Hey, welcome everybody.
You see it, the Raiders took down those Broncos, baby.
Hey,
Let's go.
I guess we gotta put you above Jake now, or
Oh, you know it.
Above.
All show
Jake.
today, baby. All show.
if he shows up.
Oh, he ain't showing his rascally
show
ratted
up.
face.
He ain't gonna show
Hey, shout out Ian. We
Is it
love
time
you
to
and
say-
everybody in
What's up,
Australia.
Ian?
Shout out, brother.
up. Episode 98. 98. Gonna miss. What's up, Ian?
To the
Oh,
Good to have you.
oh, we getting close to 100, baby.
Let's
Two
go,
shows
baby.
away.
Let's go. Hey,
Two
welcome to the
shows.
show. Welcome, everybody. Let me put Canteen's favorite music on. Get this out of the way. The Raiders. Look at that. Oh, man. He's excited. Shout out to the Raiders.
Woo.
That's it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Beating the Broncos. The
Taking
hapless.
our
Is it time to bring
rivals
out?
baby.
Hey, Omar, is it time to bring out the bags again? I don't know.
You know what? I unfortunately, since I went home for 6 weeks, I did not find my bag when I was looking today. I tried to look all over and I could not find it. So,
Let's ride.
Jake is
Let's
very.
ride.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's ride.
Let's go, man.
Let's
I
ride.
wish that dude Jake was here to see it right now. Because
Oh,
you know
too
what?
bad.
He
Jake's-
should be ashamed. He should be ashamed.
Hey, but don't forget this.
Montoya.
This is what happened last year when his Broncos started going downhill. We never saw him anymore. So I don't know.
Oh, and
Yeah.
remember,
He started to disappear. All of a sudden, we didn't find him anymore. We didn't find him.
and remember what happened after the Heat too. He never. Showed
Oh,
up
yeah.
for like a few weeks.
Yeah, we couldn't find
There's
Jake.
Jay right there. He in the background.
Oh.
He's
Is
in
he
the
here?
green room, baby.
Bring him.
He's in the
Oh.
green room,
Bring
baby.
him. Bring him. Wait a second. Where's my?
Let's go.
I just took the robber mask off. Hold on.
Hot take Jake
Robbing
is
him.
in the house.
We robbing him. Let's go.
Hold on, let me fix the screen here.
Let's
Let
go.
me fix the screen
Put
here.
me on top of that bum. Put me on top of that bum.
He's
Put me on
look down
top
on
of
you,
that
looking down
bum.
on him.
Ooh, let's go.
Just
Max.
look down on him like
Max.
this.
As you
Javante,
know,
let's
I was
go.
hoping what was going to happen. Don't worry.
Oh, that's what he was hoping for. Yeah.
Well, that was last week.
Well, you
I
got
did
your
say that.
wish, Jake. Congratulations.
Oh,
I
Bang,
believe
bang,
you're about to
bang,
get
bang.
Antonio Pierce full time, ain't you?
Yeah, we are, unfortunately. I don't know if I wouldn't say unfortunately. I
I would
like
say
Antonio Pierce, but we
Is
all
he
know
ready,
he
though?
has no head coaching experience.
Right. That's
so
what I'm saying.
you would
Is he
have
ready?
to do
Right.
is you would have to bring veteran coordinators who have been head coaches before to help him along. I actually
Right.
like Antonio Pierce, and I'm actually, it's not unfortunate. I'm happy for him.
Right.
But there are rumors that we are in the running for Harbaugh as well. And
Right, that's
if
what I heard.
I'm going to be honest, I'd much rather have Harbaugh than Antonio Pierce with the amount of coaching experience.
I mean, you're paying two coaches to sit on their ass right now.
Oh.
I mean,
wow.
my ultimate dream. You know my ultimate
Oh, yeah.
dream. We would bring Chucky back tomorrow.
Chucky.
We wouldn't deal with any of this.
Bring Chucky back. Well, I mean, it's a possibility. Well, it's been a couple of years. I mean, everybody's kind of gotten over that, right?
Not only that, but he's been in camps. He was in the Buccaneers camp.
Oh,
in
was
the
he?
Saints camp. Yeah, he's been in camps.
Oh, wow.
Helping teams out. So obviously he's working.
Okay. Well, maybe he shows up. All right. Welcome to the show, episode 98. 2 more to 100. Unfortunately, I will miss 100 because I will be gone to training. So this is my last show for a few weeks. So everybody, don't cry, everybody. But this is my last show for a few weeks.
Caught my reaction on air. I did not know.
Yeah, I've been
last
telling you
week?
about it. Remember?
Or the other
Yeah.
day?
For a few weeks, I got to go training NTC. They call it in the Army. Be gone for about 3 weeks. So you guys got to hold down the fort. Omar, if you can set up everything and just get the guys going, maybe I can tap in. I don't know what kind of internet we're going to have, what kind of access we're going to have. If I can tap in on the phone, I'll try and tap in here and there. But yeah, wrapping up the NFL season, episode 98. Obviously, Omar, the sports professor, is very excited about the Raiders. And let's talk about that game because I know you guys have a vested interest in it, just being the team. So what does it say about the Raiders, Omar? And you can tap in Canteen too, and you if you want to, Jake. And then what does it say about the Broncos going into the offseason? Go ahead, sports professor.
Yeah, it says that the Raiders have at least the base, right?
Okay.
Necessary to compete. Now,
Right.
if they can add to that in this, let's say they have a good draft finally after years
Right.
of Ziegler and McDaniels. If they can have a good draft this year, we're going to have a decent draft pick in the top 15, right?
Right.
I personally, you know how I feel about O'Connell. I would keep him as a backup, but I would go out and get a Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix.
Where y'all picking?
Bo Nix. We're going to be
They're
picking in the
13th,
top-
where 12th.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Top
okay.
15.
I looked it
No
up
issue.
the second I saw it.
There we go.
13.
So that's fine.
We
that
had to
doesn't
make
bother me
sure.
because we're not aiming for the same players, us and the Broncos. So I'm not
Right.
really worried about that.
Right.
They're
But
not looking for a quarterback?
Yeah, y'all should be, right?
I mean, y'all aren't going to draft a quarterback, are you? I would assume that Sean Payton's going to get a veteran.
Yeah, I would
No,
think.
we're getting both. No. I bet you we draft one.
Really?
Yes.
With Sean Payton?
Really? You think you're going to
Yes.
draft one?
Oh, I
He
was
wants a
expecting
rookie?
y'all to sign a veteran. I would never think you'd
Right?
go with the
You
rookie.
think Bo Nix?
Sean Payton, with what happened with the whole George Patton fiasco, he gets one free year next year
Wow.
because we're gonna be down $80 million. So
Okay.
it would be
You think
smart
so?
of us to
Well, I
get a
mean-
rookie and have a flush year.
Okay.
Go ahead, finish
I mean,
off with
Jake does have the
Raiders,
inside
though.
word
My
with,
bad for
with
interrupting.
No,
yeah,
that's all about the Raiders. I
Jake,
do
give
think
us some
that
more of
we-
that. He's a Broncos insider, you know that. And so, but yeah, go ahead,
No, I'll
finish
finish
out,
off
Omar.
real quick. Yeah, I'll finish off real quick and give it back to Jake. So no, just about the Raiders. I think that they will hire Antonio Pierce, but
I think so
again,
too.
there are rumors about Harbaugh. There are rumors about other coaches out there, but I do think that we will keep Antonio Pierce. That being said, about the Broncos, I really thought Peyton was going to go with the veteran quarterback, so this does surprise me. But again, it doesn't really matter.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
Omar.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, Omar froze. Go ahead, Jake. Finish up.
Back away.
Okay.
They're
Unless
gonna have
Omar.
to trade Jerry Judy.
Oh, there he's back.
And Russell Wilson's obviously gone. Now that's going to give them some picks to fortify their team.
Okay.
So we'll see how they do. But I think the Raiders and the Broncos are in a similar spot. They need to develop.
We lost a piece of that, Omar, but we got most of it.
They need to.
But
Both
you're
teams
good.
need to draft and develop players. That's it. That's the main point.
Right.
That's a huge thing. Absolutely.
Go ahead, Jake.
Like I said, I think what's going to happen with Denver easily is we're
Bring
gonna get
back
a new
Russell
quarterback.
Wilson.
Well, we're releasing.
Yeah.
I think Russell's going to give us.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
So he'll probably go to the Steelers, most likely. It's heard that I think there's already talks that the Steelers.
And you're
want
in
him.
like a Cap Infierno. You're in like
Absolutely. Blame George Patton on that. Poor
Yeah.
Sean
Hey.
Payton had to walk into that crap. So
I mean, you got
Sean Payton,
even if you cut him, you still got all that dead money.
well, it's $89 million in dead money the first season. That's why I said it's a flush year.
I mean,
for
the smart
Sean.
thing to do would be to pick up most of that dead money the first year. That way, the second year,
That's what I think Sean's going to do. I think that's why he's going to draft a rookie.
okay.
We're going to build
Okay.
off of that. Not only that, you have to understand, I look into everything this year, the coming up year. We play the NFC South next year. We now have, because of losing to the Raiders today, we now have a third place schedule rather than a second place schedule. We get to play the third place teams in the AFC. So no harm, no foul. I think Sean's going to overachieve next year. I think we will make the playoffs next year.
Wait. That's what you thought this year.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
We didn't know
Okay.
Russ and that was going through fiascos right there behind closed doors.
I'll tell you when he got there that maybe the Seahawks knew something that we didn't.
No more
But-
locked doors.
Sean has doubled his wins. That's who we're riding with. We're riding with Sean.
Okay. What do you got, Canteen, on these two teams?
Hey man, let
Anything?
me hit the stats real
Hey,
quick,
what's
man. It
up,
was a
Daniel
14
Berry Sports Highlights? Go ahead.
What up? 14-27 man game. O'Connell 20 for 31, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. This kid named White 25 carries, 112 yards, and Tucker 5 receptions, 79 yards. Man,
Right.
when I look at both of these teams, they're about neck and neck. They both finished the season 8-9. When you look at that whole AFC West, to me there was nobody promising coming out of the West. Kansas City don't even look promising going into the playoffs. I mean, everybody had a subpar, mediocre year. Now, I will say this. The Raiders have a better opportunity to build upon what they already have. I think that they're making a mistake. I mean, getting rid of Russell Wilson is cool, but I would bring a guy in with some leverage, a guy that has some experience, a Kirk Cousins, somebody of that caliber, because I don't even know if he's going to sign back with Minnesota, but you want to bring in a guy that can work with a guy like Sean Payton and that can allow your team to really make some progress, and really do some stuff in the playoffs.
Okay.
That's what I think, man.
Hey, and Jake, real quick question before we
But
finish
great
up on
season
this.
by
I
both
mean,
teams, man.
right. Before we finish up on this,
Hold on. Hold
on.
on. Real quick.
Okay. Go ahead, Professor.
My headphones disengaged, so I had to get off real quick. Canteen. Who is White on the Raiders? Do you know?
Who is White?
Yeah. Who's that?
I have
who's
no
that white
idea.
guy that was running the ball? You got no idea? Go ahead and click on his name. Holla at me. Let me know what you think. Does it give you where his college was?
Whoa.
Find out where.
Oh. Wow. He must have not been popular at Georgia.
Zamir White went
White.
to Georgia.
Hey, he's
He
a
was
good running back. Hey,
third round
I
pick
will give it
out
to
of
him. He carried the rock and did his thing today.
Yeah, he did.
That's funny.
Wow.
I was like, you don't even
You're
know
white.
that he went to.
They got so many running backs and good players, man. He can't keep up with them, man.
They're gonna.
Yeah. But I was gonna ask Jake real quick. So you said they're drafting Bo Nix most likely, or whoever may be
That's who I would
available
think.
out of the top 5, because he's gone before you guys can draft him. So
I think it's
But-
a mistake, man.
the point is, if you draft him, do you think the Broncos ride with Stidham and let Nix kind of learn a year, like kind of a la Mahomes, and then the next year he starts, or you think he starts him right away?
I would hope not. I hope the Stidham and Russell years are done and away with us.
Oh, okay.
I think today was more of, honestly, if you notice, we didn't run the ball much. I think
Right.
today Sean was trying to throw the game in a way. He wasn't going to show he was going to throw the game, but he wanted to see if Stidham could make passes. So a
Right.
lot of our game plan was a lot of deep crossing routes. And of course, Max Crosby in the mix was stopping the whole way through. It was interrupting it. Shut up.
Right.
But he was trying to see if, with pressure, can Stidham carry it. I think he got an idea because, not to be rude, the Raiders are an average team. If you struggle with average, you're not going to do good against elite talent.
Okay. All right. So here's a question from Jinwell. Should the Raiders really put their eggs in the basket?
They're going to have to.
Coach Omar, Jinwell, appreciate
first of all, thank you for the question. We appreciate you watching.
Yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Appreciate the question.
They're paying 2 head coaches.
Bottom Line Sports.
The Bottom Line Sports.
That being said, shameless plug. Go ahead and yes, I think that the Raiders are going to keep their coach. I believe that it could be the right move if they had no chance at Harbaugh. Now, if they have a chance at Harbaugh, I'll say again, I would rather have Harbaugh because of experience.
Right.
But let's be realistic. Yes, Harbaugh has
and he turns the teams around quickly.
And he does.
Too.
And his brother's a great coach.
He is such an overrated head coach. I have such issues with him.
But he has ties to all three organizations that want to hire him. The Raiders, Chargers, and Bears. He played for the Chargers and Bears, and his coach for the Raiders when he was younger. So he has ties to all three. That being said, I do think, Jenwell, that we do keep Antonio Pierce and get some head coaches, some former head coaches as coordinators, and roll with it.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Omar, for answering that. So let's go ahead real quick. The game had just finished. Let's go ahead and talk about the game everybody wants to talk about. Right? The game everybody wants to talk about.
I don't know.
What game is that?
What game is it?
The Cowboys, baby! Let's go!
Oh my God!
NFC East champ, baby!
Wait a damn minute!
What up,
What is
Ruben?
going on? Oh, what is going on? No, this blasphemy will not happen on this show. Hey, I do not allow this. I do not allow this. I am condemning all of your actions, cowboy hat man, old marble man, looking behind.
Hey, Ruben. Drive. Who's that? Is that Clipper D?
You know that's your son-in-law.
Oh, is that Elias?
Son-in-law that said congratulations to the trash.
Don't make me disown you, boy. Come on, man.
I know who that is.
Elias.
Come on.
No.
What happened? Hey, the Saints won today.
You know who that is.
This dude just got dressed up like the damn marble man out this week.
Oh man, gotta go this way. Woo! Hey, I gotta turn this around, man. Anyway, I can show the blue, baby. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. But anyway, so to talk about this game, I was a little concerned about this game. We talked about it yesterday on Let's Talk Cowboys with Alan Perales. I was a little concerned because for me, the Commanders had nothing to lose in this game. They let it all hang out. Obviously, earlier on, they went for fourth down 3 times in a row. So they were doing all kinds of reverses, and they were just letting it all hang out. And it was close the first half. And so I was really concerned that this game I still thought we would win, but I knew it would be closer. But in the end, the second half, we ended up pulling away. Canteen, what you got on this game? The Cowboys are officially, thanks to the Eagles, laying an egg again. NFC East champ, baby.
All right, man. Let me hit the numbers real quick, man. Prescott 31 for 36, 279 yards. He threw for 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Man, Pollard really ran today. 17 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. Running game today. CeeDee Lamb does what he usually does. 13 receptions, 98 yards, 2 touchdown catches, man. Hey, I think we're ready, man. As we said yesterday, now or never. Hey, I told you the score predictions. We were all close. I mean, we picked a little closer, but me and Alex.
What's up, Gladden?
We went crazy with the score.
I see you.
We went crazy with the score, bro.
Right.
But, for me, man, I believe that Dallas can actually do it this season, bro. We got Green Bay rolling next week. We beat Green Bay.
Let's go.
We have another game for the divisional round.
Right.
We're ready, man. Offense, defense, it's a balance across the board. Like Mr. Rubin said, we're balanced. Right. We're ready for whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Let us know what you think, Jake. I know you're a Cowboy hater, and then we'll let the professor actually drop real knowledge. But go ahead, Jake.
I mean, are we supposed to take anything out of this game? This is the Commanders. By the way,
on.
guys, I just
Jake
want
Glad,
to
come on the show.
Huh?
I want Jake Glad to come on the show.
Well, I mean, I'm just speaking facts that there was nothing really big that happened. I mean, they beat the Commanders.
Right.
Congratulations. Now it's time to face the best. Now you got to go against the Niners. Now you got to see the Lions again. Now let's see what happens. You get a Packers game. A lot of people are telling me, well, a good friend of mine is telling me that could be a very close game overall.
The Packers?
I don't know. I got to look it up.
Another insider.
But a good friend of mine is literally telling me, hey,
okay,
do not trust it. This game is a lot closer than you think. I just can't wait to see what happens next week.
Okay,
should be
let's see what happens. It should be a good one. I got a little more confidence. You know, I've had 28 years of trauma. So, you know, the last 3 games, I really wanted us to win those, but this makes me feel a little better. We beat Detroit. We won this game kind of going away. Sports Professor, you're looking great. I mean, this was your Super Bowl pick. And then if the Bills win tonight, man, you're looking awesome. If the Bills win tonight, give us your thoughts on this game tonight, the Cowboys and the Commanders. And then going in.
My favorite source on earth is Jake's friend who told him he thought the game was going to be close. Okay, who is your friend? Who is that?
Yeah, who is
your
he?
imaginary friend? Is that your boy Joe down the
He's
street? Unless he's
that Packers game.
Jake got an insider, man.
Unless he's a Packers insider, then I don't trust. He's
a Niners fan.
Oh, he's a Niners fan. Oh,
and there is another. Hey, by the way, speaking of, check the green room flow.
Yeah, I've seen the green room. I don't know. Does he want to? Thumbs up, Clubber, if you want to come. Or you just listening?
He's waiting.
He may just be listening.
Dallas has been playing really well, y'all. They are on a roll.
Playing really well. They barely squeaked out last week. What are we doing, Omar? Let's make sure we're factual.
We are factual. We are talking about the momentum that they have going into the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about one game. I'm talking about overall the past month.
Momentum.
They have been playing well since they beat the Eagles at home. Right? They have momentum. There's building, and we know in sports that momentum matters when going into the playoffs.
Exactly.
The Eagles look like trash. Sorry to say. I thought they were going to
turn it around. And for the last 5 weeks, right?
And you know what? It's looking like they may not turn it around this season.
Right.
So that leaves Dallas to fight San Francisco for supremacy. There's a bunch of comments, Flo, if you want to look at those.
Right. I got you.
Fight San Francisco for supremacy. And so we're going to see that game again in the, as the decider of who's going to represent the NFC. The Commanders, as Jake said, are nothing. I believe Jenwell commented earlier that they need to be moved or something.
Right.
While I don't.
Well, they
know
got
that
a new
that's
ownership. I think they have
new
cleaning
ownership.
house.
Right, exactly, and they're gonna turn things around. I have faith in, I don't really have faith in them at all. But a lot of my friends like them, so I'll go with the Jake. My friends like them insider thing.
Right.
No, I mean facts.
Hey, but this does make me feel a little. This makes me feel a little better, Canteen. I'm starting to get back on the bandwagon. We might make the NFC. We might make the NFC Championship. I feel better. And we talked about this. Canteen kind of helped me out. He's kind of pulled me back.
I'll give Canteen credit. He never left the ship.
He left me. He pulled me back in. Hey,
Canteen
28 years of
ship,
suffering. Man. I mean, come on. But anyway,
I just
here's the
see
thing.
it. Especially think about this, Flo. This is going to be McCarthy's revenge game against the Packers.
Right.
So,
yeah.
The thing I like is, look, this Omar. We end up on a good note. It was tight early. Washington was just throwing everything out there, throwing the kitchen sink out there, trying to see what sticks. And they kept it close for a half, but in the end, we pulled away. We did what we were supposed to do. So that gives me a bright spot. Also, the fact that we stuck with the run game for a while. We really pushed Pollard. We did a solid, using that run game, and Rico also ran a little bit. And so I feel like that's a good sign going into the playoffs. That hopefully that we stick with that, and so we'll see what happens. I'm leaning towards the NFC Championship, a rematch with the 49ers. Speaking of the 49ers, I have to do this real quick because, well,
Fill 'em up. Fill 'em
you
up.
know what that means.
Where's my
You know
ball of
him.
sunshine? I've
You
been
love
calling
him.
forever.
Some people call him the Woof. It's the one, the only lover.
Fellas.
What up?
I'm in the background listening, and I'm loving. I don't like mess with the mojo, but I know Omar jumped on saying the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I'm looking at y'all in the last 5 games. You guys want to lose the streak to Buffalo and
There's some facts. Thank goodness Clover D is here.
questionable.
What'd he say? Hold on, my wife was talking. My producer was talking to me.
Hey, the producer. Hey, I put my producer up. But this is the thing. You guys manhandled the Eagles.
Hold on,
You know,
hold on. I got to fix the screen because we got to get Omar over.
There we
Jake.
go.
There we go. That looks better.
There we
Okay.
Okay.
Put him in
what
the
you're
bottom
saying,
right
Clover D.
corner.
Listen to the facts here, guys. Love this, Clover D. Go
So,
ahead, man.
there you
Spew
go.
some knowledge.
This is what I'm saying. So the Eagles have been shot since the Niners beat them. They've been not the same. And you guys
Right.
whipped their tail like you're all supposed to.
Right.
Then you guys went on 2-game skid. All right.
Right. You went
Game
on
back
3
on
games,
2.
kid.
Well, or 5-game winning streak was against y'all. So, anyways,
Okay.
so
Either way.
you're still second with 1. But anyways, so the thing is, you guys beat the Lions, and that game was kind of questionable. That's 99.
It wasn't questionable.
This is what I
Only
don't
haters think
understand.
that game was questionable.
No,
Go ahead.
only homers think it wasn't. But
Okay.
anyways,
Yeah.
so-
Whatever.
That's facts.
the game
Whatever.
against
Oh,
We
man.
had
Washington.
23 seconds, 3 timeouts. We had plenty of time to pick a field goal. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. And you know what? Never mind.
Okay.
That's the same.
You know
Cowboy
that's
fans
true.
that
You know
tell
that's
me
It's
that.
not
true.
true.
Cat.
It's not
Yes,
true. It's totally
we had
not true.
23 seconds and 3 timeouts. Come
Could have been
on.
an interception. Could have been a fumble. When you bring
Could have been a
multiverse,
field goal too.
Multiple
So,
things could have happened. So
yeah,
you
multiple
can't
things could have happened.
bank on that.
Dan
Yeah,
Campbell
but it
got
was
him over the
possible.
gusto.
You act like it was impossible, though. You act like it was a
The
done
thing
deal.
is
if
the
they get
final
that
4
score.
games, you lost 2, you barely beat
matter.
1, and you finally beat a
Hey,
bum team.
look. If your team's not in the playoffs, you're not allowed to talk
Oh,
right
I'm not
now.
hearing that. No. Not whenever I
If your
hear this.
team's not in the playoffs, you're not allowed to talk.
I feel that we can make a
So-
run, man.
Your team's
Who's
not-
this guy?
What about him?
I said it after the Bills game. If we don't win out, we're done.
This guy just did this last Saturday.
Wow.
This was last Saturday.
Wow, yes. He had it queued up. He had it queued up. He had it queued up.
Yeah,
No.
take that chain off.
He
Take
tried to
that
cue
chain
up.
He had
there
it
we go.
queued
We don't
up
need him in
for
here
you.
anyway.
Oh,
We don't-
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna try.
It's
You're
my,
gonna try
it's
to
my,
throw me under
it's
the bus.
my,
You're done. You're off the show.
Don't take the
It's
ball
my
and go
basketball.
home.
It's
Take
my
the ball and go
basketball.
home
It's my
I was
basketball,
waiting
Clever
for
D.
it. I had
Clever
it
D, it's
ready.
my basketball.
now. We can take the game.
Be quiet, Omar. I'll put you below the Jake again.
The evil 20 reality.
What about it? I said I was done because it's
Jeez
28 years
Louise.
of trauma. Okay.
You did say you was done though, Flo. You did.
I
You
said
said
I
you
was
was
Not
done.
You did do
Listen,
You
that.
said you were done for the
I
whole
told you.
season
I
and the
said I
year
was
and
done
the,
with us making a run. That's what I said.
Oh,
You said y'all were
What?
done.
You
You
did.
said
What
y'all were
in
done.
the
Championship.
world of semantics is going on right now?
That's what I said. Chew it up. That's what I said. Chew up the whole thing. Thus making a run to the
But, bro,
NFC, and
I
now
told you
I
don't
feel
give
better
up. You
about it
gave up
after this
too fast.
Washington game.
And I
Hey,
told
you bring in new information
told you
and
we
you
were-
readjust. If you're just staunch
Even
on
if
one,
we
on
win
one
the
position,
division,
even if
we're
you're staunch
done.
on one
Was
position,
his exact words.
Yeah, I said even if we win the
we're
division,
done.
yeah, that's what I said.
And then he's coming
It
at
was
me.
done, bro.
Nope. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He said
Come
he's done.
on,
I'm
I
not,
said that
I'm
we're
not-
not going to make.
I'm not
the Super
allowing
Bowl.
this blasphemy bunker on the show.
What are you talking
No.
about? I can. Hey, you get your information, you
You're never allowed to cheer for
reanalyze,
them.
and
You
you adjust,
already had
and you
said
move
if y'all won
forward.
the division, you were done. That was the new information. You
Okay,
let us know.
now we got new
You're
information.
doing
We
it.
won. We
You
beat
know,
the. We beat the. We beat
This is how
the.
funny with this new
You
information
can't jump
comment.
off
Oh
the
my
bandwagon
God.
and then jump back on. You can't
With
do
the new
it.
information
I'll throw
comment.
everybody off this show, and
Doesn't make-
I'm going to be here
It's
by
my
myself.
show and I'll mute all of you.
I'll mute
All right?
everybody.
Hold on. We got new information. We got new footage of Decker checking in with the referee and him ignoring it. But Flo still doesn't want to acknowledge that, and still
He called out 70.
Mm.
He called out 70. You should have been paying
Flo's new
attention.
information to a certain point. I see what we're doing here.
Y'all go ahead. I'm going to eat, man.
Wow.
It's all- Go with the show. I don't know what.
Eat. I'm going to eat. Go with the
But I
show.
will say this. I'm just going to jump in and say this one thing. NFL loves parity in the fact that Mike McCarthy's going against his old coach, and we got Golf going against his old team. I love it. I love it for the playoffs.
Go ahead, Omar. Go to the next game.
No, I completely agree. I love all the storylines that we're going to see in the playoffs. We got a bunch of revenge games going on. Put down that star, sir,
Playoffs gonna be
and pick
good,
up
man.
that pizza that you got.
Yeah,
because
mukbang flow over here.
you've been eating a lot more pizza on air than you have crow, as you really should be. That being said, I think that the Cowboys are going to beat the Packers and use that as momentum to then take them to the NFC Championship, and we will see what happens there.
I like it.
It's
Pick a
very
game.
easy to do that. You
Hey,
just
Flo.
make him emotional. He gets
Hey,
very
Flo, as I told you,
We're
man.
talking about the
Flo,
playoffs in a minute. We're not talking about playoffs. We're talking
Flo,
about these games.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Flo.
I'm trying to eat, Kenton.
Okay, go ahead. Next game.
We had all day to eat, but now.
But right now,
What?
he's going.
I had a lot
right.
to do today. Come on.
No, I got it.
All
That's fine. All right.
Uh,
Anyway, so
So anyway,
Go
So
ahead. You got
do
it?
we want to talk about how the Jaguars kind of basically laid an
we
egg
got to talk
and
about
lost
that.
to the
We
Titans?
got to.
All right, go ahead, Omar. Start us off, and then we'll go Clubber, Jake, and Cam.
The much heralded Jaguars all year long. Everyone wanted to hype them up. They're the team of the future, this and that. And they laid the biggest dinosaur egg I've ever seen in my life. That was horrible. That was very, very, not only a bad loss, but that hurts the organization as a whole going forward. Losing a game like that is monumental. The way the Tennessee Titans came in, shout out to them. Everybody in Nashville is proud of the way that they closed things out. I will say that I am not proud of myself because I had the Titans picked and the Jets in my pick 'em, and at the last minute I changed both of them, and it's not looking good. So that was my fault for not trusting my gut.
Clubber.
Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars they started the season out weird. It's like they had a better record overseas playing in London than they had over here in the beginning of the season. They were on a 5-game winning streak. That was stopped by the Niners. But I understand how they collapsed so bad. And Trevor Lawrence, as much as I try and root for this guy, he's not that good. Apparently.
To be fair, guys, about Trevor Lawrence, everybody's been giving Jalen kind of a pass because they said he's hurt, but Trevor's been hurt for a few weeks now.
That's true.
He's
right.
Well, he has been, but prior to that, he hasn't been playing that great. And they did lose Kirk, and they did lose I think another receiver, Jones. But I mean, that pass today was really off his fingertips. That's not his fault, but it's like, come on, guys, you're on the goal line, you can't get in. It's just they've done some stuff, even with their 4th and 2 call to end the game. I didn't understand. So I thought they were going to take that next step of becoming a better team like the AFC Detroit, but they're just still not there yet.
Right. Jake?
Yeah, I think they need to really look at themselves. I did not like the way Trevor looked. He did not play well.
Mm-mm.
He didn't do well at all. He played terrible. I don't know what's going on these past few weeks. This was the year they were supposed to show us that this is their division easily.
Mm-hmm.
And now
I
out
agree,
of
Jake. I
nowhere,
agree.
I don't even know if they're the favorites next year at all, or even a second place team, because you have the Colts who get Anthony Richardson back.
Yep.
And you got the Texans that are going to get even more better. So, I mean, it's not looking good for Jacksonville, and they better fix it fast because if they don't, they can very, very well be a 3rd place team in that division next year as well.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Jake.
There you go.
Go ahead, Ken. What do you think? What does this say about the
Man, the
Jaguars?
lowly Titans, bro.
how could they do
Tannehill
this?
17 for 26, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Derrick Henry, 19 carries, 153 yards, 1 touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 receptions, 46 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, what's the future of Derrick Henry? I mean, where do they go on from here with Derrick Henry? And where does this place a guy like Ryan Tannehill?
Well, he thanked the fans after the game.
I mean, are the Titans going to rebuild? They're not going to fire Vrabel.
Yeah.
Vrabel's solid. I mean, what do they do with the organization?
Do they ride with
at this
the
point,
rookie?
At this point, man.
Well, what I'm hearing to answer Can's question
Right.
is they have Spears in the Tajay Spears in the backfield, and they're
Okay.
very, very high on him. They've got a lot of young players, including the tight end Shingo. I'm not even going to try that.
Maybe they try and get Henry.
Henry.
Try and get something for Henry then.
So this is what they're thinking. There are two
Okay.
options here that they're thinking. They're either thinking a short 2-year deal at a good amount of money for Henry, or letting him, walk, bringing in a veteran to come with Spears and playing it that way. But I believe, even though he said goodbye today, I think there's a very good chance that he signs a short 2-year deal to stay in Tennessee. He still wants to be a starter, and Tennessee, the fans love him here. He's the king of the town here.
Right. Yeah.
I got one. I think Henry, if he leaves, I think he'll go to a contender to maybe win a chip, and a team that personally I think he would benefit from, because he wouldn't do everything with the Cowboys next year. When someone there. That would be big. That'd be a good team to go to.
Don't no applause because it's your team. It was just
that was a good point.
But that's a perfect team for him. Think if he was on the Cowboys now.
It is.
Yeah, if he was on there right now. Oh my God.
True. Sure, Roderick Thomas could fill that in if he gets up to speed. I like him. He played for Texas Tech. They picked him up from the Seahawks. He's a tough runner. He gets tough yards. Mm-hmm. I think he's kind of that kind of guy, that can get you some tough yards. He's not Derrick Henry, of course, but he's a guy that maybe they can use in situational football. But did the game start already?
I didn't even have it on.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Not yet. Okay. All right. So let's wrap up. Let's go to another game here. Oh, okay. What was the other game I was going to talk about? Of course, the game that kind of is tied to this one is the
Falcons, right? The Falcons and the Saints.
We didn't talk about the Texans and the Colts. The Texans, shout out to the Texans winning the division. CJ Stroud, lock for Rookie of the Year, right? But possibly even the Coach of the Year come out of there. When does that come out, Omar? Do you know? Let us know what you think about this game, and what do you think about the Texans moving forward in the playoffs here. Well, we'll talk about playoffs in a minute, but just tell us about this game and the Texans winning the division, basically. Go ahead, Omar.
First. Did you say I?
Go ahead, Omar. Yeah, go ahead, Omar.
Okay.
Yeah, now we'll go to Cam next.
Okay, cool.
That way.
I am super happy for the Texans organization overall. They have turned it around from a team that last year was picking number 2 in the NFL draft, drafted the right quarterback, shot at David Tepper's punk ass.
Whoa. Hello.
Get a drink.
I know. Don't get a drink thrown at me. Right. Yeah. I think that the Texans are actually going to continue on and pull the upset. I believe that DeMeco Ryans is the Coach of the Year. I believe that CJ Stroud is the Rookie of the Year. Those are both pretty clear. This is only the 5th time since 5th time in NFL history. The first time since 97 or something like that, they've had a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback make the playoffs. And so they also have a rookie at coordinator. Bobby Slovak is their offensive coordinator. Slowick, excuse me. Thank you, Cover D. Slowick, he's their offensive coordinator, and he's a rookie as well. So this is really outstanding what they've done. Their defense is young. Will Anderson, Derek Stingley Jr. I think that they're actually going to pull the win in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, you think they're going to win in the first round?
I do.
Oh, yep. Okay. We'll talk about that in a minute.
You think they beat the Browns?
Go ahead, Ken.
Sure.
Go ahead, Ken. Talk about this game, and I know you're the stat man.
Yeah, the Browns got to go to Houston. Hey, man. So
and Houston got.
So Stroud went 20 for 26, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devin Singletary. The Bills should have kept Devin Singletary because the dude ran the ball like crazy. 24 carries, 63 yards, 1 touchdown. And this kid Collins, 9 receptions, 195 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, he had a big game.
Man, Houston they look complete on both sides of the ball. Offense, defense. DeMeco Ryans is coaching them like crazy. It's unfortunate for the coach because Minshew did a great
Tank
job.
too, to be fair. That was a big loss.
That last play towards the end when he threw the ball to that receiver and he fumbled the ball. They blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a lot of injuries too.
And then when you got a guy like Minshew that steps up and takes the place of Anthony Richardson, and they still went 9-8. That's good, man.
Yeah.
To have a 9-8 record with a backup,
They
that's
got a
still
good
good to
base
me.
there.
Yeah. No, that's good for sure. Jake, what you got on this game?
Just build around.
Here's the unsung hero, and I know what freaking Omar brought it up earlier, but that offensive coordinator,
Not just Omar, but freaking Omar.
freaking Omar, man. That offensive coordinator though, he does mean well. Bobby Slowick is from that 2013 Redskins roster of coaches. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, you got Matt LaFleur. These guys all establish a certain type of offense, and it all goes down to the Mike Shanahan offense. I think if the Texans do not lose him, I think he will be low-key a coaching candidate in the offseason. Because if you're smart, you go offense. And that's the way you do it. The Texans are winning. No disrespect to DeMeco Ryans. I think he's doing a great job with average players on defense.
Oh, in spite of DeMeco, what you're saying?
But I believe the offensive coordinator is really the reason of why they're winning.
Players,
That's crazy, dude.
They're average players, guys.
I mean, to be fair, Jake, they lost Tank Dell.
Players, that means that the head coach is good then.
No, I think their offensive coordinator is really good. And let me tell you something, Omar. I hate to say
so
it.
He's
their
winning all
bus
the
comes
games.
to an end next week.
Mr. First Down.
They will get destroyed by the Browns. Let me tell you something that travels in the playoffs. Defense.
Crazy.
Defense and a running game.
Okay.
And the Browns have the best defense in the AFC.
I'm not saying it won't be a good game.
True.
I mean, the Browns did beat them 2 weeks ago, so
Right. Yeah.
I think they destroy them. I hate to say it. They're
Really?
young and then they're inexperienced.
All right, we'll talk
I
about
like
any other
Houston,
games.
Texas
And it's Flacco's coming back party.
Right.
I got one thing, Flo.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I got two things. Like I said earlier, the NFL does love parity. This is bringing back to the Deshaun Watson trade again, Cleveland going against the Texans. Shout out to man Pete, who put that in our chat. But
look at the storyline.
You gotta remember the Texans, they used to go to playoffs all the time. And I remember Bill O'Brien with TJ Yates beating I forgot, did they beat the Raiders that year? I'm sorry, Omar.
What was that?
They beat the Raiders that year. So it's weird that Texans they do make the playoffs a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel that
Derek Carr got injured.
Yeah, it was a year. It was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the Texans making the playoffs is good. It's good for DeMeco Ryans, Bobby Slowick. Like I said, he's part of that Shanahan tree. But I don't see them beating the Browns. I'm sorry.
Right.
They beat the Ravens this year.
Can you imagine this?
Texans beat the Ravens this year, so they're not a bad team.
There's some great storylines here. You know, the Green Bay playing Dallas with McCarthy used to coach for Green Bay. You got
Golf and Rams.
I mean,
Deshaun Watson
Stafford going back to
Stafford
Detroit
going
to play the Lions. And then what if you had Deshaun Watson playing? You'd be playing his Texans. Wouldn't that be a great storyline if he had been able to stay healthy?
No massages in Texas.
Yeah. Oh wow.
The massages are off the table for the weekend, lady. Get it?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a fan of Deshaun Watson.
Let's bring the show back out of the.
I'm a fan of massage tables.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Back to football. Yeah.
Anyway. Meanwhile, back at football.
Did the Raiders sweep the Broncos this year?
We sure did.
Yeah, they sure did. But don't worry, Clubber D. We had to lose that game, man.
I feel you.
Whatever.
They were trying to lose, Clubber D.
Whatever. This guy, hot take Jake, man. He's all hat and no cattle, as they say down in his room.
No, this guy. Didn't we end up with the same record still?
It doesn't matter. Who's on top? Us.
Absolutely.
With a 2-0 record in the division.
I think y'all make another mistake and sign that head coach to another 3-year deal.
All right, we're not going back to that again. Let's just move it on.
All right, let's move on. All right, any other game you want to talk about before we kind of preview the playoffs here? You know, I mean, the game's kind of intertwined.
I told you, the
playoffs
Falcons, man. The Falcons.
The Falcons. Go ahead. Talk Falcons for me.
I got destroyed.
The The Falcons, bro.
Go
No,
ahead.
we do need to talk them though. We do need
Give-
to talk
I
them.
Give
mean,
us your
the only
take.
thing
Go ahead.
I can say about the Falcons and Saints game, it was a blowout.
And there was a little tension at the end
I mean,
of the game
it was
between
a
the
blowout,
coaches,
man.
right?
We pulled the numbers and everything on that game, man. It was a
And
blowout.
then talk about that tension
Now,
at the end of the game. Yeah, go ahead.
So as I said, there was tension between All right, so let me hit the numbers, man. The Saints, they blew out the Falcons 17. They blew them out 48-17. Derek Carr went 22 for 28, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns. They had by the name of Miller, 13 receptions, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. Some guy named Shaheed, 3 receptions, 65 yards. The biggest thing to take away from this game is, where do the Falcons go from here? Man, get rid of Arthur Smith, get rid of Ritter, find another quarterback, bring Eric Bieniemy to Atlanta, Georgia, expeditiously.
Bring Fields.
Expeditiously.
Yeah, bring Phil.
Now the Saints, like I said, they had a 9-8 record. The Falcons, it Fields. Go ahead and let Fields. Y'all get Caleb Williams. Let Fields come to Atlanta with that, and he has a good base. But you need a good offensive coordinator.
Right.
Somebody knows how to run and move the ball.
And here's the other
But the
thing about.
Falcons are toast, man.
So what do you
And
guys
the
think?
Saints didn't even make the playoffs. Saints won. They should have made the playoffs.
So what do you think,
Number
Ken?
one.
I know you want the coach gone. A lot of the fans want the coach gone. But what do you think about the end? Do you think he was deserved? You know, it was it right that he comes up there and gets a little upset for them kind of
No.
running up the score, or what? What do you think? Was that well merited to be a little upset about that?
It don't matter, man.
Right. That's what I said.
At the end of the day, man, this is the NFL flow. I think it's 32 teams in the NFL, whatever. There ain't no such thing as no mercy rule. You get beat, you get beat.
Okay.
You
What do you
get
think, Clubber?
beat.
What do you think, Clubber?
I
He
think
crying about why
like,
y'all blowing us out, man.
I'm with Canteen. Atlanta needs to blow it up. You have good base to start something with those weapons on offense.
Right.
And utilize that while you can, because I think they got maybe Kyle Pitts on maybe
Yes.
1 or 2 more years on his contract. You still got years with Bijan, and you still got years with Drake London. So you got a little
Yes.
something there to get the right quarterback. And that division's still wide open.
Right.
That division's still wide open. So blow it up to a certain extent, get the right quarterback, get the right coach and GM, and go from there. But Saints, Saints are the Saints. So I mean, who thought
What do you
they would
think?
anything?
Okay, Omar. What do you think about the Saints? You can get your take on the Falcons too, but the Saints, do they hang on to Derek Carr? Do they try and move on? They're obviously got eliminated, even though they blew out the Falcons. They didn't do quite enough to get into the playoffs.
Oh no. I got a little flame for both of these.
Frozen and meditating.
Yeah, frozen. We can hear you. Yeah, but we can hear you. You just
We can
froze.
hear you.
There you go.
There
You're
we
back. Okay,
There
you're
we
back.
go.
Okay. No, I got a little bit of fire for both of these teams right here. I am
Oh, okay.
sick and tired of the trash, basuda, booty juice teams in the NFC South, man.
You're not.
This is ridiculous. And in a
Easy now.
league where teams
family show.
teams are so quick to fire their head coaches, to fire to get rid of players, in a league where change happens so quick. Every year we have a holiday called Black Monday when coaches get fired.
Ooh.
In this same league,
Yeah.
we have Arthur Blank for the Falcons, and we have for the Saints what's the family's name? What's the family's name?
Families.
Terrible.
Okay.
The family that owns the Saints. Anyways, I'm blanking on it right now. Either way,
Yeah, I can't remember.
Neither one of these teams want to make changes. Right before the game, it was announced that Arthur Blank was hesitant to move on
The Bensons.
from the Bensons. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate you. It was said that Arthur Blank
Bensons,
was
yeah.
hesitant to move on from Arthur Smith before the game. It was said that the Bensons did not want to move on from Dennis Allen
Right.
either.
Contention.
Wow.
Jake has talked plenty about, has gone into plenty about how Dennis Allen is trash, and I have backed him the whole way because he sucked
Right.
when he coached the Raiders.
Right.
Arthur Smith, my friend, dear Lord, help me. How do you have all of those weapons that you don't use all season long? And
We
then
talked
the
about that
last
earlier.
game of the season when you are on the precipice of getting fired or being able to keep your job.
Right.
You not only lose in a blowout, but you use your players the way they should be used.
That point.
Yeah. So you think that they run it back with these coaches? Is that what you're saying, Omar?
Receivers. Yeah, I found London and everybody.
They run it back?
Wasted the career of Pitts. He wasted the first year of Bijan Robinson, and now he finally shows he knows how to coach this group of players. No, if I was Arthur Blank, I'd be so pissed right now with this performance that you showed me you could do all year, and you waited till now, and then you got blew out anyways. No, I'm taking him down to Home Depot. I'm giving him a little orange apron. I'm putting it around his neck, and I'm gonna tell him to either go in the back where and I ain't been to Home Depot in a while, so forgive me. I'm gonna tell him to go in back where the paint is or work the damn register, because he is done so. Gone. Out of here. And then go do what Clubber D and Canteen said. Get Bieniemy and get Fields and start balling out.
But who coaches them then?
Quit.
Just said Bieniemy. I like
Bieniemy. Oh, get Bieniemy. But you
Bieniemy.
didn't you say they were hesitant to say they were going to get rid of Smith?
No, they were before.
No, they won't be enemy.
No,
they
no,
want
now
him.
they want him.
Oh, okay.
Right, but what I'm saying is before they were hesitant to fire Arthur Smith before the game. Right. Those were the rumors.
It's Slowick either. One of them. Somebody.
After this? Nah, you got to get rid of him after this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Allen just threw an interception in the zone. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah. And they have to win, right? Or is it? No, because
no, they're in. It's just who's going to be second. Who's going to be
because the Jaguars. Yeah, so the Buffalo Bills will probably lose this game because they don't have to win it. So anyway, yeah. So if they lose, they stay at 6. Is that right?
They'll go to 7th, and
they do, but they have to go to Kansas City.
Oh, and then they rematch.
Oh, no, that's right.
So you want home field with this one,
and then Pittsburgh goes to 6.
Yeah, and they play.
Is that what it is? Okay.
But Buffalo, if they win, they would host Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh, if they win.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't host Kansas City.
No.
I mean, not Kansas City.
Buffalo would host.
They would host the Miami Dolphins, right?
It's a switch game. Yeah, whoever wins stays home. In other words, going home.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, if the Dolphins lose, they go to Kansas
Buffalo win, they
City,
will host the Steelers.
Yeah, they would.
That's what it is. Thank you, Ken.
There it is. There.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about these playoffs since we're wrapping up these games. Congratulations to all the division winners. Even the Bucks won the division. Shout out to them for winning that division 2 years in a row now. 9-0 over the lowly Panthers. Let's start there. NFC looks like they're going to play. I mean, it's kind of it's a weird thing. Nobody really believes in the Bucks, as a division because the division is so bad, and they just kind of they squeaked in, and then the Eagles losing, basically backing into the playoffs. I mean, who wins this game? What's your thoughts on this 5-4 matchup, Eagles and the Bucks, Jake?
I'm gonna go Eagles. I think the Eagles overall still have a better roster. I think
they lost AJ Brown for the year, right? Didn't he? Tore his ACL. I think he tore his ACL.
Who?
AJ Brown. I think he tore his ACL in the game.
Oh, did he?
I think
I don't know.
AJ Brown.
He's hurt. I don't think he's gonna play next game yet. I think the reports were that he tore his ACL. That's a big blow.
They'll speak out.
He had a knee injury, but they say he's ruled out for that game.
Okay, so maybe not. Maybe that was kind of their first reports, but he won't be playing in that game probably.
Yeah, I still will go with them. I think that they'll win the game. I think that the Bucks they're average. They're so average. They barely squeaked out this win 9.
They got some good skill players though that have experience.
You know who I trust more? Baker. Who do you trust more, Baker or Jalen? I trust Baker.
This year, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Look at all the turnovers. He's got more turnovers than Baker. Jalen.
Yeah, but there's a reason they have more wins too.
By what?
And
remember, he's playing in a tougher division, and he was playing a first place schedule.
It was just reported that Jalen Hurts broke his finger, dislocated his finger, so he's day to day too. Just take that into consideration.
Oh wow! Yeah, Jalen's out. They're done.
They're hurting. No, I will say that they're hurt.
Okay, what do you got, sports professor? for this matchup?
You know what? As much as I said that the Eagles have been, trash, and I don't know if they can recover, the Bucks are they're just blah, right? All season they've just been there, right? And they barely won a crappy division. It's not like they're really that great. Baker Mayfield, I was watching the game. He limped off with a knee injury at one point and came back. Mike Evans is great. Rashad White is a good young player.
I still got Godwin too, right?
They got Godwin too. He's there. He's good. He blew up a couple games ago. But, man, this is a tough one because obviously, as I just talked about earlier, momentum is key, and the Eagles have no momentum whatsoever.
And the Bucks have won 5 out of the last 6.
And the Bucks have momentum.
Yeah.
So if I'm going off of my theory,
if you're putting good money on it, who do you take?
I wouldn't bet money on this game. But wow.
If gun to your head,
wow. I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks. I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks. I have to.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Just momentum. I have to. I have to in a close game by like 3.
Close one.
They win, but it's not gonna be good.
What do you think, Cam? About this game,
man, the Eagles do not look promising at all, man. And what I mean by that is, man, after we beat the Eagles, man, after the Cowboys stumped the Eagles went on like a downhill spiral. So they haven't won a game since Christmas. That was the last game they won was Christmas.
To be fair,
right?
it kind of started when the
last game they won was Christmas when they beat and they barely beat the Giants then.
Yeah. It kind of started with the 49ers and just kept snowballing downhill.
Yeah. So, man, my take on this, man, I think, I mean, you got to look at today's game with the Buccaneers. They won by field goals or whatever, but that doesn't even matter. But I believe in Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield with Chris Godwin, with Mike Evans, with all the guys that the experience they got. And I like Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles a defensive mind.
Right.
Todd Bowles solid.
Okay. What do you think, Clubber?
I'm going with the Buccaneers in that game, bro.
Okay.
I mean, this one's a rematch of I think earlier in the year they played in. Jalen didn't look that great until the second half of that game, and I think they took over and won that game. But you got to understand, Mike Evans, I think he led the league in receptions for receivers. touchdowns for receivers.
He's got the reception lead.
And so what's his name? Baker's been kind of balling. He's not bad, but he's not great.
Pretty good season.
Yeah, but against certain opponents, he hasn't been, showing up that much.
To be fair, they've been in every game except I think one.
They've been in, but when it's crunch time in the fourth quarter, that's when things start to, when you separate the good team from a bad or average team, so to say. I think I got the Buccaneers though, because the Eagles are just coming in, just hurting. They haven't looked good in 2 months. I mean, they had the 10-game winning streak. I'm not gonna S on that because they looked great beginning of the season. No one can say anything about them, but since then they have not looked great, and they're limping into the playoffs. So I got the Buccaneers.
Okay. So Jake's the only one taking the Eagles. I don't know where Jake went.
That's why he ran away. That's why he ran away.
He's in his wife's closet, so you know.
Oh, he's back. Okay, but to be fair, Baker Mayfield, he had 64% completion percentage. He got over 4,000 yards, 237 per game, 28 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions, and 94 passer rating. So he hasn't been, MVP, but he's been pretty solid the whole year. I mean, to be fair, but no one's kind of giving him any credit. I give him a little credit. I mean, he took over for first ballot Hall of Famer, sometime Super Bowl champion, and he came in there and he played well, and he embraced it, and he's. I give him some credit, that he went in there and played as well as he could and did what he did and has been pretty solid in most of the games. So he's had a few stinkers, but what quarterback doesn't? Everybody has a bad game here and there or a couple. But yeah, overall he's played well. I think the Bucks do have the momentum, like Professor was saying, and I think they take this game and put the Eagles out of their misery, for lack of a better word, because they've been just floundering the last 5-6 weeks. So talk about. You want to talk about all these matchups, or you want to just mention the big ones? We can talk about all of them if you want to.
I mean,
I know the game's on, so
we get whatever y'all want to do, man.
Let's hit them. Let's hit them real quick. So the Rams will go see Detroit. Stafford goes back to Detroit to play his old team. That's a good storyline. man, Stafford's been playing great at the end of the season. The offense has been looking great. Cooper Kupp's finally starting to get back into, into game form. He struggled his first few games, so he's starting to look a little better in each game. What do you think, Clubber? This Rams, the Rams pretty well, and with Stafford going back to Detroit. Who do you like there?
Oh man, it's gonna be a big emotional game for him. I mean,
right.
And also the golf and McVay thing too, because
it's kind of a double storyline.
Yes, this is great. I'm definitely can't wait to watch this one. But
right.
Knowing Detroit's nature, that building's gonna be up and down. This is a hard one to pick for me, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one.
Oh,
I think their fans will get their first home victory in God knows how long.
Okay.
I just feel the energy in that building is going to be phenomenal. That's one of those cities that need something good to root for, and I think they're going to do it for everybody in the city. I got Detroit.
Oh, okay. What do you got, Jake?
At the very beginning, I thought that the Rams. And if you look back in August, I said, you know what? The Lions are going to do this crazy wins, and they're going to lose in the first round. But because of what happened in Dallas,
oh my God,
this team is the team that is going to be the scariest team to face in the playoffs.
This was your excuse to put them. Because wasn't this their team at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I had them as the one.
Yeah, I knew you were going to.
Also said they would lose in the playoffs.
Oh no!
Very young team, but
crazy.
They are now out with a vengeance, and if they win this game, they are that much. They automatically will face the Cowboys if the Cowboys win, automatically. So I think the Lions will win this game and want revenge.
You're coming back to Dallas, man.
To them. That's fine. Didn't they play in Dallas the last time?
Hey, they stopped them last time.
Yeah.
They played them in Dallas the last time, Canteen.
Just don't guard
and they lost. So. All right. What do you think, Sports Professor?
Yeah, well, first off, let's give a shout out to Puka Nacua, who set the rookie receiving record.
That's good.
Now, as the professor, I do have to annotate that these records are now 17 games. So the old record was 16 games. So we need to take that into account into the future. That being said, he's still an awesome player and deserves his shout out. I do think that the Rams have played above their head this year. I
was the only one that picked them to make the playoffs.
You were the one hyping them up in the beginning, and I still think that they have just played again above their head. They're what, six? They've won 6 out of their last 7, which means they started off inconsistently. Now, granted, Cooper Kupp
and they took the Ravens to the overtime.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They've been
Baltimore
playing very, very well the past 2 months of the year. They have. That being said, Jared Goff has managed, and I mean managed in every way possible, managed the Lions back to the playoffs and back to a division championship for the first time since 1993. Shout out to the Lions and shout out to Barry Sanders, by the way. Anyways, I have the Lions winning. There's no way that they're going to have this much, and I don't think that loss to Dallas took any of their momentum away. I believe that they're still the 12-4 team they were before they lost that game, and I believe that they came out today and Dan Campbell showed he's not going to stop. He's not going to rest his players. He's still out here biting kneecaps. All right, so you know what I'm saying. So Dan Campbell, the Lions, shout out to them. They win this game in the Goff versus Stafford. By the way, I feel bad for Goff. Everything he's gone through. He was the one that got traded from the Rams, and then they won a Super Bowl. Like, come on, man.
He wanted a better quarterback.
Yep.
They went to the Super Bowl with him, couldn't get it done, so he wanted somebody better.
Yep. All right. What you got, Can, on this one?
Man, hands down, the Lions,
hours
man.
later.
The Lions, they hungry, bro. They hungry. When you go back and look at that game against us, they hungry, bro. They hungry.
Who
And Flo, you won't agree with Clubber D, but I will agree with him on the whole thing, man. Like Dan Campbell, he's a guy, he gonna go for the gusto. Damn, kicking a field goal. If we can win the game, we're gonna go for 2 and win the game. And I like that about his coaching.
But to be fair, he should have just gone after 2 times. He should have just gone for overtime.
Definitely them over the Rams.
You like the Lions, okay? Is everybody picking the Lions?
But Flo, listen, man. When you're trying to win, you're trying to win. It doesn't. They want to win, bro.
That's fair.
I'm going with the Lions at home, bro. I ain't.
Okay. No, I mean y'all make good points, and I think.
Want to win, you
very
go for the gusto,
very good
bro.
points. I think I like the Lions have been playing well. They have been playing well. They have a couple of slip ups here and there. They do have a common opponent, the Ravens, and the Rams took them to overtime to win that game. And the Rams, like you said, Omar, they've won 7 of their last 8 games. Took the Baltimore to overtime.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they win that game? They're on an 8-game winning streak. They did beat the Giants. The Giants are kind of up and down. They've played better later in the year, but they did lose Daniel Jones and all that. They played a close game with New Orleans, and it was Washington after the Ravens. But they did beat Cleveland, who Jake touts as the best defense. They scored 36 points on them. Of course, they won this last game, which didn't mean anything for the 49ers. But and I'm going to tout Omar's momentum thing for the Bucks. The Rams got momentum, and I think this means a lot more to Stafford. Going back to Detroit, I'm sure they'll greet him well. I'm not sure they're going to.
I think you had that flip totally wrong. Remember, Jared Goff got kicked out like the ex-girlfriend.
Right.
I think you have that totally wrong.
No, but I'm just saying he left. He left.
Okay. Right, but
I don't think they're gonna boo him. That's what I'm saying. Because he left. Because he did leave.
I think Goff is gonna be inflamed.
Goff is the one who got the chip on his shoulder. He's the one who's mad.
Yeah, but I think Stafford's the better quarterback, and I think Stafford's been playing better as of late. I think he's been playing better. Even though Detroit played pretty well, Goff had 2 bad interceptions in that last game. He played a tight one against Minnesota. They lost to Chicago late in the year. And Chicago's, of course, been playing a little better. But I just feel like I think the Rams are just playing better right now. They're just playing better on offense. And Detroit doesn't have a.
You think the Rams will give them a run for the money?
They don't have. I think they're gonna give them a run for their money. I got the Rams by 3 on this one. I got the Rams by 3. I think they're gonna pull it out.
Rams gonna have to try to slow down their running game, and Stafford, they're gonna cheer the hell out of him when he gets there because they love him. And Stafford, they love him. They just knew that sending him out to a better chance to get a Super Bowl. They were down with that, and I just think golf is like Jake said, golf's the one's gonna be ready to do something.
Yeah, I'm sure he got his shoulder. Yeah, but he's playing at home. To be fair, and Stafford, I mean. What do you think that's going to do for golf when they cheer Stafford? I mean, it's like, they still love the guy.
That's going to piss him off even more.
Okay, maybe, but I'm not sure if golf plays better pissed off. I think he plays better when he's
calm. They'll take it out of his hands. They're going to run it. Man. They're going to take the game out of golf.
I've seen golf pissed off once before.
They should take the game out of golf
that year. Remember that Chiefs game that year?
I agree.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, Chiefs were missing 3 of their best players. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. The Green Bay at Dallas. What you got, Sports Professor? This is one of your Super Bowl picks. What do you like here?
The Mike McCarthy revenge game. Enough said. Jordan Love. Jordan Love is too young right now. I don't believe he's going to go in and take them to win a playoff game. And much of the Packers team, aside from Aaron Jones, is really, they're a young team and they just don't have a lot of playoff experience. Dallas, this is their year, as we've said. It's either all or really nothing right now. They are playing at a really high level. Dak is connecting with the offense.
All or none.
And their defense, aside from losing Trayvon Diggs early. Everybody
I deal with this every week, Liberty.
I'm not saying they're the top. I'm not saying they're the top team in the NFC.
This is their year.
I still think the San Francisco is the top team in the NFC. I'm just saying that for Dallas, this is their best chance. That's what I'm saying. This is the best team they've had so far, and this is their best chance to win. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Go ahead, Jake. You're chomping at the bit. I know you're the Cowboy hater on the show.
No Cowboy hater. I'm just
Bills. Yeah, you are. You're a Cowboy hater. We all know it. But the
I'm
Bills,
just a realist.
Dolphins 0-0 after the first quarter. Go ahead, Jake.
What I'll say is this: I think the game will be competitive. I think it'll stay competitive most of the game, but I think by the early fourth quarter, the Cowboys will pull away. And more than ever, I want the Cowboys to win because I want them to see the Lions. So I would love to see a great rematch, and I think that right now, the Packers just inked in. I mean, they still have a lot of pieces to build up. That's a young quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That's a young wide receiver crew.
There are a lot of young players on the Green Bay Packers, for sure.
A lot of youngness.
Youngest team in the NFL, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. What do you got, Ken, on this one?
All or none,
2
bro.
seeds.
I told you once before. I ain't gonna tell you no more. All or none. If we don't do it now, 5 years.
Right.
5?
Well,
years.
Yeah. I backed off that because I think if we go far enough, we get NFC Championship. I'm just saying, I think Dak might do a team friendly deal. But go ahead, Canty.
Right? You think he'll stoop that low? You don't think he's money hungry? Because all of them are money hungry now.
Team friendly deal. Yeah, but
no, I don't think he'll stoop that low.
I think he'll do a team friendly deal.
He'll be a Cowboy for life.
Yeah. He'll do a team friendly deal.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of money as a quarterback.
See, this is my thing.
What'd you think,
I don't
Omar?
think this is the Cowboys' best year because here's the reason.
Where else is he going to go? Of course he's going to take a friendly deal. He's a Cowboy. They can't go anywhere else.
Oh, stop.
He's going to be like one of those Ring of Honor players, and he should be. He's been there for a long to retire there. Sorry.
What do you think, Clubber?
Took Jimmy 1,000 years to be Ring of Honor. I think like just to say, I don't think Dak's going anywhere. Besides, you guys got the heir apparent goat, Trey Lance, and waiting in the wing, anyways. But I think this game with the Packers, they're too young. Even though I love the fact that Jordan Love went to the playoffs, did something that Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers never did in their first full year starting. But I think that trend stops in Dallas. Like Jake said, it might be close. First 2 quarters, because you guys do play down to your opponent sometimes. A
la Bills.
But I think y'all's veteran leadership will take over midway through the third and kind of take over the game. So I got the Cowboys winning this game. I think it'll be pretty close in the beginning, and then halfway through the third, it'll separate between a good team and a team that's kind of getting there. You know what I mean? But I got the Cowboys.
Yeah. I agree with everybody. I'm not going to rehash what you guys said. I think CeeDee Lamb's had the best year ever for a receiver in the Cowboys, and that's saying a lot considering all the receivers they've had. And he's got the most. He's leading the receptions. He's leading in yards. He's right there with Tyreek Hill, and everybody thinks Tyreek Hill is the best receiver.
Well, he missed the game, so it's good.
Yeah.
Play, so
that's fair. But he's right there. So I mean, even then, he's them two are way ahead of everybody else, or by at least a couple hundred yards. But anyway, I think the Cowboys pull away. Second half, I think they pull away. I think the Green Bay makes it competitive. They're young and they're hungry, so they're going to make it competitive. And so it's a playoff, atmosphere, playoff game. I think I think the home field is going to help the Cowboys. They feel comfortable, obviously, playing there. They haven't lost this year playing there. And so I think they're going to be comfortable there. I think this is going to be they're going to be at home, and they want to win this game, and then we'll see what happens in the next round. That's what I got. Let's go to the other side, Cleveland. And most of you, I think, who was saying that Cleveland was going to win against Houston? But they're playing at Houston, so the team that. Okay, go ahead, Jake. Tell us your thoughts on Cleveland at Houston.
I think it easily. I think this is probably the easiest game. Let me tell you something. If there's one team I'm probably rooting for, it's this team right here. I think Flacco, it has just came out of a resurgence. I think they're the only team in the AFC that can beat the Ravens.
I agree.
And I think the Texans are just a small blemish before they go after the big dogs. So I believe they will win this game. I think inexperience counts. I think, remember, Kevin Stefanski was in the playoffs before with Baker Mayfield. Now he's got an experienced quarterback who has a better record against Tom Brady in the playoffs and against Peyton Manning. Go look that up. Joe Flacco is Timothy. So be ready. This is going to be nothing new to him. He wins this game.
I love when people say
Go-
Timothy. It makes
right.
me laugh every time.
Go ahead, Ken. I'll let you go. 2 hours later.
3 seats.
And eternity later.
An eternity later.
Canteen.
Come on, Ken. It's you.
Earth to Canteen.
Oh,
Can't
man,
hear
I hear
us?
you say my name, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I said Ken.
So here's what I'm thinking, man. With this, here's what I'm thinking with this game. Here's what I'm thinking with this game, bro. Everybody count D'Amico Ryans out. Everybody count Stroud out. Stroud, D'Amico Ryans, and that entire organization. They count them out. But I think they're gonna make a run. I think they're gonna be the team that makes a run. They'll get to the division round and croak, and that'll be it for them.
If the Deshaun Watson was playing, I'd believe you more.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree with Ken. And y'all, I already said this. I think the Texans win this game. I think Stroud, D'Amico Ryans are on a roll. I think Houston has a good enough defense. I shouldn't even say good enough. They have a good defense, and they're at home. So even though the Browns has a better defense, Houston ain't no slouch on D.
Houston
And
doesn't
they're-
have an
and they're-
offensive line, and I don't know if you know Myles Garrett.
They are a little beat
There's
up
a
on the
Darius
offensive
Smith,
line, and you're
but
right.
they're going to be hungry lions that day,
Not
chopping
gonna
at
say
the
that they're
bit.
not.
Yum,
but-
yum, 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 yum.
Wow. Wow. Are you a cat? Are you a cat on crack? What was that?
They're going to be destruction, bro. It's about to be.
Yum,
It's
yum.
about to be a little
All right.
scary for CJ.
All right. Well, I hope they're not saying yum 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 as they go.
Now
trying
let
to
me ask you
tackle.
this, Jake.
Anyway,
Let me ask you
Oh,
this. Let me say this right here. If Cleveland beats them, do you think? Let's say this. If Cleveland beats them, you think Cleveland can go into Baltimore and put up some numbers
Absolutely.
and play a good game?
Absolutely.
That I do
Remember
know.
what
That
I
I do
just said
think.
about that
Think that?
revenge factor
Yeah, I
that
mean-
Jared Goff's got?
I do
Y'all
think
think
that.
that?
That revenge
do think
factor
that.
that
Oh,
Jared
yes.
Goff's got when playing them Rams. I
Mm.
think the same thing Flacco sees. Oh, okay. Y'all moved
Lot
on
of-
from me.
If
A lot of
Cleveland
pressure
wins,
on
they
1
can go
and
to
3 Lamar in the playoffs.
They can go to
A lot of
Baltimore and put
pressure.
up numbers.
Did it? Everybody do their pick on this one? I can't remember.
yeah,
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick
it
though,
is true.
do y'all remember earlier in the season when I said that this could be the first time ever that a conference had 4 teams in the playoffs? Well, they were not able to achieve that, but
Got
the
3.
AFC North made history. Here is your professor's amazing stat of the day. The AFC North has all 4 teams had winning records for the first time since 1935.
Wow.
At a division.
Wow. Good point. Did everybody do their pick here?
I got Cleveland. I mean,
You got
that's-
Cleveland as well?
Yeah, I got
Texans.
Cleveland. Yeah.
And you got Texans, Omar?
I went Houston.
Texans.
Okay, I guess I'll be the tiebreaker.
Who you pick,
Man,
Flo? got Texans. Who you got, Flo?
I like the Texans. The Texans have played well at the end of the year. I like the way they've played. I like CJ Stroud. I mean, for a rookie, he's played really well.
Mhm.
Remember, the Cleveland played them about 3 weeks ago, and they beat them 36-22. And
They
Flacco
did.
did not have a good game, and he's playing better now. And
True.
that was in Houston. So I feel like they kind of got their number a little bit. I think this will be a more competitive game. They kind of pulled away from Houston. I think it's 36-22 or something like that. I looked it right here, so I'm looking at it
Miami
now.
just scored.
And so Miami just scored. Okay. And then they blow out the Tennessee. I mean, Houston goes out to blow out Tennessee after that Cleveland loss, and then they beat Indianapolis. And so
Well, I'll
They're-
put it
they're-
into perspective. Remember,
Okay.
CJ Stroud didn't play that game.
the one
He
with
was out 2
the
games. He
Cleveland.
was out 2 games.
Yeah, he was out those
Browns.
games.
No, that's fair. That's a fair point. And so that's why so that there will be a better game because I guess CJ Stroud will be in this
Do
game.
you
and
think
so
CJ Stroud doesn't make up? And now I'm not saying he makes up 14 points, but do you not think he makes up at least some of that? I think he could. I think he could give them 2 more touchdowns than who was their
Maybe.
backup.
They'll
Beathard?
lose by
Was that their
11
backup,
instead of
CJ
14.
Beathard?
Don't worry.
You never
Yeah.
know. You could have a rookie
But to be
game.
fair, Flacco did not have a great game in that game either. So I mean, Flacco has a better game. CJ Stroud is now playing. I think it's
Okay.
going to be a competitive game. I could see
Oh,
Cleveland
it's
going in
definitely
there.
gonna be competitive. Yeah.
I think that Cleveland goes in there and wins. I wouldn't be surprised if Texans win. They're playing really well, and CJ Stroud has played
Ooh.
outstanding for a rookie, and
That
the
division
coaching has
round gonna
been
be
great.
ugly though, man.
Both sides have been I just think usually in the playoffs, an offensive coach usually has kind of the advantage, so to speak, because I just like the way they coach. I think offensive coaches, they focus more on the offense, and this is what you're going to need, some offense in this game. And Flacco can sling it. I mean, I think he has an expiration date, but he's slinging it. He's playing well right now. He's got nothing to lose for him. I mean, there's nothing promised for him next year. They brought him in, and he's doing well. So I like Cleveland this game in a close one. Cleveland will take this one. It's my opinion. All right, are we going to play it as if Buffalo is 6th seed, or how are we going to play the next two?
Well, we'll be here Tuesday to vote that one.
Yeah,
well, let's go with.
So we don't have to do everything right now.
Well, I won't be here, but yeah, you guys will be there. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's do it all then. That's fine. No matter what.
Okay.
Well, Buffalo's down, so let's
just play it as Buffalo. So if they lose, they go to Kansas City, right? Buffalo.
No, they'll replay the same team.
Oh, they'll play the Dolphins.
No, they'll be back in Miami again.
Okay, let's assume Buffalo loses this, and so Pittsburgh would go into Kansas City.
Yeah.
How do you like that game, guys? We're gonna assume
Buffalo better win. I mean, if you were out in the first round, I told you,
Man,
you're out in the first round.
Go ahead, Jake.
That coach is gone.
Oh,
So Buffalo needs to win this game. I think it's a lot easier playing in Buffalo against the Steelers, who have a piss poor offense.
they'll be playing the Dolphins
the second time and having to deal with it. They need to go. They still need to win this game for today.
Okay,
10 toes down. Come on, Buffalo.
they got to win.
Yeah.
So you
Kevin
think
Ade,
if they got to replay the Miami, they'll lose? That's what you're saying. They got to replay in Miami.
I don't think if they lose today,
they go back to Miami next week, they'll
winning
lose.
again.
Okay, go ahead, Omar. You were saying.
Devon Achane just scored 25-yard touchdown. It's not looking good for Buffalo. They really needed to win this game to not have to play Miami again. But they're not going to. It doesn't look like. I really hope they do for the point, but it doesn't look like it. So they're going to have to go into Miami again next week. And the only thing with that is that now
That's
you
your
have to
team.
think about,
That was your pick.
No,
so you.
No, not even.
That's
I'm
part
not
of it, right?
even thinking about that. I'm thinking about when these divisional teams play again in the playoffs. That means they've now played 3 times in a season.
Right.
So it's very hard to go 3-0 against a team.
Trust me, I've seen it.
So yeah.
Did Miami win both the regular season games? I don't think they won
Did
both
they
of them,
win?
did they?
No, this is only the second one. So Buffalo beat the snot out of them the first time. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Bills did smash them. That's right.
Yeah.
They beat. Yeah, that's right. They beat the brakes off them. That's right.
Yeah.
So it'd be the tiebreaker, so to speak.
Never mind. I take that back.
It's still 7-0 though, right?
It's still early.
It is
second
7-0.
quarter.
No, it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
early. It's still
Still early.
Yeah, it's early.
Let's go, Buffalo. I need you. Please don't, man. Please.
Got first down.
Hey,
What do you think?
let me give you my take, Flo.
Go ahead.
Hey, I think Buffalo wins tonight.
Okay.
And the reason I say that, if Buffalo wins tonight, it's hard for anybody to beat Buffalo in Orchard Park. It's hard. It's hard.
Right, and it's the
Orchard
Steelers
Park,
too.
The weather is cold, the snow, all the elements. Buffalo will win tonight. And I think they can they get that 7-seeded team, they're going to kill Pittsburgh.
Okay.
They need to worry about winning tonight and get Pittsburgh at home next week in Orchard Park. It'll be ugly.
I completely
Be ugly
agree
at home
with
for
you.
them.
I completely agree.
So Buffalo wins. Okay, let's
I'm
assume
telling you,
Buffalo
Orchard
wins.
Park is difficult.
Okay. Are the Dolphins? Can they beat the Chiefs there? I guess they'll be playing the Chiefs, right?
It's like I've been saying this all night. It's NFL loves paradise. Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyreek
It's
Hill
playoff
revenge
time.
game.
They lost Chubb. They lost Chubb already, so
Right.
their defense isn't the same. So I would have the Chiefs winning that. But yeah, I feel like Steelers will be going to Buffalo for that game next week.
I
Okay.
mean, this is
Steelers,
definitely
Buffalo.
not helping the NFL
Buffalo.
and their rumors of rigging their sport and their league.
Loves parity, man. Loves parity.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
writes itself.
Yeah. Man. So are you guys all taking Buffalo then in this game?
I am.
Okay.
I have no choice.
I like Buffalo tonight, man. Buffalo got to win tonight. They want to keep moving along in the playoff.
They better win, damn it. I have no choice. They better win. I need you for my pick'ems too, man.
You gotta
You know where I
minute.
messed up too? I was one pick behind the guy, and I was like, all right, I need 2 picks that he had different to get ahead of him. So I ended up picking
Oh.
the Ravens, and the Ravens lost, so that set me back 2 behind him. So then I panicked, and I went to the 4 o'clock games, and I changed a bunch of games and picked the underdogs because I saw that he was picking all the favorites. So I picked the Rams, I picked the Cardinals, I picked the Bears, and I picked like the Bills, and they all lost. And so now I'm like 5 behind. But now the worst part is I was actually in third comfortably by like 4 picks.
Wow.
I've now lost so many games. I'm tied for third going into this last game, and I may lose completely and go out of any ranking whatsoever, which would really suck.
Wow. Yeah, that would stink.
I need Buffalo.
Okay. All right. Any final thoughts on the playoffs? Anything coming? What do you guys got? We'll wrap this up, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh,
are they doing the
no.
game on Mondays also, or is it just Saturday and Sunday?
Weekend. Omar, you gonna set everything up
Nope.
Tuesday, right?
Just Saturday and Sunday. By the way, before we go, real quick, Flo. Hey, everybody! Announcement: we are having a change in the Ball and Buds Combat Sports Special. We have something very truly exciting to announce tonight. I'm actually glad that Clubber D is here with me, since that was not planned. But we are actually, since UFC 299 is a little, or 298 is a little blah of a card, we have decided to cancel our January 20th show, and we are now going to go live this Thursday evening with a combat sports special at what time? 8 p.m. Eastern. You want to go, D?
That works.
8 p.m. Eastern. And this is going to be special because it is going to be a 2023 year-end review. So Clubber D is going to be handing out the Clubber Awards, the Clubber D Awards, or as I like to call them, Flo, as I like to call them, the Clubbies. He's going to be handing out some Clubbies.
Oh, the Clubbies!
He's going to be handing out the Clubbies. So get ready, y'all. We're going to have Boxer of the Year, Fight of the Year, MMA KO of the Year, all the things.
Okay.
We got a random hand, cousin It.
That's my publicist.
Yeah, hey, get off.
Time to go.
Hurry
Time
up,
to go.
Flo.
Get the little cane that used to have in it.
Showtime with the Apollo. Yoink.
Right? They yoink you out of there. All right, so watch Ball and Buds. Hey,
I said we're back, Ball and Buds.
We're back. Yeah, the Suns are back too.
This is just around the house. I can't wear this in public. All right,
Touchdown Buffalo.
Touchdown
Buffalo. Tied it up.
Oh, that was off a deflection too. Oh, that was nice too.
Nice.
Oh wow, how did he do that?
That was a nice touchdown, man.
That was crazy.
Any final words,
I am on delay.
Over his toes. Hey, let's go, Washington. Washington.
Ball and Buds.
Let's go.
Tomorrow night, let's go.
Washington. Who y'all got tomorrow? Go ahead, real quick.
Hey, Michigan, going Michigan. Harbaugh's going out. Swan song.
Oh, I forgot we didn't talk about the game.
Talk about it real quick.
But you know, Michigan was my pick from the beginning, so I got Michigan. The Penix story is a great story, but yeah, I'll say Michigan by 10.
Shout out to homie Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Clutch, Michigan, and go Steelers.
Shout out,
Brandon.
Shout out, Clutch.
That's the homie.
Love you, bro.
Hey, shout out. I got Michigan as well.
And
I'm
Mr. White. Call him E-Dub.
Michigan will win this. Jim Harbaugh will go to the NFL.
Right.
We'll see you next
year. He's
year.
going to the NFL either way.
Yeah, either way, he'll be there.
Subscribe at The Bottom Line
Sports.
And go subscribe at Ball and Buds.
Ball and Buds, dude.
Combat Sports Special, 8 p.m. Eastern. To be there. Clubber D, the Clubby.
There you go. All right, we'll see y'all.
Peace out.